Please review the disclosures. Nothing written, expressed, or said here should be looked at as investment advice or an admonition to buy, sell, or trade any security or financial instrument. The Lund Loop is for informational purposes only. Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Update for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Hey, if you're a paid subscriber, join us in the Discord. If you're not a paid subscriber, become one. Join us in the Lund Loop community and, by extension, in the Discord. Okay, I'm going to give you a look at what our green watch list looked like yesterday. This is our daily setups, the things that we think have the best chance to move the most in the next 1 to 3 days. Here's what it looked like yesterday. 0, nothing. There was nothing on there. Why? Because we are still in a binary environment. We don't really have an edge right now. Now, there's a lot of names that fall through on this list, on the active list, which we'll look at in a minute, but no new names. Here's part of the reason why I didn't want to put any new names on, because look at that open, right? We just we opened gap down and we just flush. You know, sometimes when I put things on the green list, people will buy in the after hours. Sometimes they won't till the next day, till there's some setups. That's what I recommend. But if you bought in the after hours, you would have got stopped out, or at least you should have been stopped out. And then you would have missed this, which was a all day long grind higher, where the bears looked like they were totally defeated. And this is where the money was made today, intraday, right? These turns here, these different spots you could have found names to really trade for cash flow. I don't think things that you're maybe going to swing. And then the president started talking, as he often does, and wait for it, the bears got a little bit of a reprieve. Not a big one, but a little bit. Because I got to tell you, at this point, it really looked like the bears had nothing left in their arsenal. And it still looks that way on IWM. If we go over and look at how these indexes look, and this is one of the things I talked about yesterday, is how far back do we bounce? The 50% retracement on any move is usually the critical spot. Usually if you get back above that or below it on a breakout, it means the move is not going to sustain. We were above it for a little bit, but we got back below it. So we still have yet to get back above the 50% rebound in this case on the SPX. Same thing here on the Qs, right? We're back down to the 38%. And then a little bit different situation here on IWM and the Dow. So let's flip it this way. So the Dow is back over the 61.8, which means this drop is likely less likely to hold. And finally, we've got the monster here. And I said this yesterday. I said, if you took yesterday's bar, let's pretend I'm talking in yesterday's daily update. If you take today's bar, it almost looks like we're just forming a nice little wedge here, and boom, we blew right through it, just annihilating this down bar. That's crazy, right? So relative strength in small caps, not as much strength in the Qs and SPX, a little bit in the Dow. So is this rotation? Is that what we're seeing here? But the point is, we're still kind of throwing darts at a board here. We just don't have an edge right now. And that's why I didn't add anything to the setups list today. Now, there will be some that I'm going to add today. But before we do that, let's go here and let's take a run through all the macros, and then we'll go to the watch lists.